At the age of 24, Antonin Artaud left his birthplace of Marseille and moved to Paris to pursue a career as a writer. And so began a lifelong relationship with all things surreal.
André Breton, the leader of the Surrealist movement, had read some of Artaud's poetry and texts that had been published in literary magazines, and had felt that Artaud belonged with the Surrealists. And initially Artaud was very resistant, because Artaud is always a very independent, autonomous character. And so he was very reluctant initially to join the Surrealist movement. But the Surrealists put him in charge of their research bureau for quite a time in 1924 and into 1925. In the same period as he was involved in the Surrealist movement, he began to write film scenarios, one of which was filmed in 1927 and became the first Surrealist film.
As well as writing the Surrealist Manifesto and his film scripts, the young Artaud appeared in at least 20 films. But his relationship with the political movement was short-lived.
His quarrels with André Breton accumulated during the course of 1926, and finally Artaud was expelled from the Surrealist movement in November 1926 in a public gathering at a cafe in Paris, and was sent packing from the Surrealist movement. And Artaud, I think, is probably best seen as one of those figures who collide with Surrealism for a moment, or in Artaud's case for 2 years. And it creates an ongoing preoccupation in their work. But at the same time, it's actually by refusing Surrealism, by moving away from Surrealism, that they begin to undertake their most interesting work.
In the same year he was expelled from the Surrealists, Artaud set up a company called the Alfred Jarry Theatre, in homage to the man regarded by many as the first true Surrealist.
Bitch! Give me my papers! Shit! What's the matter with you? Look! Our daughter!
He began a series of experimental performances, and among the plays billed for 1926 and 7 was his own work, Jet de Sang, or Spurt of Blood.
I tell you, they're screwing each other!
The performance never took place, and it was more than 40 years before it premiered in public. The Alfred Jarry Theatre only lasted till 1928, but Artaud's early experiments led to the formation of the first manifesto for a theatre of cruelty, published in 1931.